Hello gamers, Sofkitty99 on the Battle for Azeroth beta. I'm in Zuldazar, I'm on the Horde side, and we're in the Great Seal, which is the Horde base for Battle for Azeroth. I was heading through in order to turn in a quest to King Rastakhan, and I saw that Nathanos Blightcaller has a quest for us, so I decided to start here. The war campaign. Selket, a moment of your time. Before you leave the city, speak with me out on the Banshee's wall, on the docks. I have information to discuss with you about the war against the Alliance. Report to Nathanos Blightcaller aboard the Banshee's whale in Zuldazar. So this quest is actually the beginning of the war campaign. The war campaign is done by every class in Battle for Azeroth, and it's basically the same sort of idea as the class order hall campaigns in Legion. This is the quest chain that will lead us into the opposite factions zone. So as I'm Horde, this is the campaign that you will follow, which will take you over to Kul'Tiras Islands and allow you to do the questing out there and put up bases and go on from there. So that's going to be an important part of Battle for Azeroth, because that's your way through to the other person's area. So let's head upstairs, which is where we were going to talk to King Rastakhan. And we're waiting for the deadly elevator boss to risk our lives riding on it up the top. I'm sure every single one of you watching the video that has played this game will definitely have died at least once to the elevator boss somewhere in your time in World of Warcraft. Hello, King Rastakhan. We have a quest for you.
Stand before King Rastakhan.
False prophecies. Perhaps Zul will remember his place going forward.
As I speak, we should retreat to
Habutu,
Zanchur.
Zolani,
It is still an option.
check the speaker of the Horde and ensure the warport is safe. Today is not the final. All is as my prophet said. Now perhaps you will see why I keep him by my side. Welcome.
A port in peril. A group of Mogu have taken hold of Warport Rastari and now threaten to encroach further into my city. It would seem Zul is losing his grip over his pets. The port is vital to our military fleet. If the brutes succeed, Zuldazar will fall, and there won't be a fleet to aid your precious horde. You wish to prove yourself an ally of the Zandalari? Meet my blade and shield at the port and clean up this mess. Meet Habutu and Zolani at Warport Rastari.
Rezan grant you strength.
Now, is this the same port that Nathanos wanted us to go to, or is this a different port? A port in peril. Well, let's go to the flight path. And see if there is a flight path to take us to where we need to go. Now we will ride the elevator down again. And get ourselves to the flight point. As you've seen from watching the episodes, there's lots and lots of quests in each of the zones. The zones are rather big, so they will keep you busy for quite a long time. I've gone through really slowly, obviously, trying to show you everything that we can find and see, and try not to miss anything as we go. So how long it will take you to level up is dependent on how fast you want to run around places. Now, let's see, what should we do? Let's fly down to the port of Zandalar and see how close that puts us to the quest for a port in peril. And if we're down in the docks, at least we can have a look and see what Nathanos wants us to do as well. And then we'll try and head to a port in peril. So I'd like to finish off the Zandalari quest. You see, we've still got a whole second section. If this is still the same zone, it is that Zandalar. So if this is all still Zandalar, we've only basically done perhaps half of it, looking at that. Though there are a lot of mountains there, so maybe there's not a lot of open area. Well, anyway, we'll have to see what happens. So let's talk to... let's go talk to Nathanos about the war campaign, and let's try and head our way down to the port in peril. So we want to get on a mount and run down the steps into the dock so that we can find the ship and to talk to Nathanos. So from the flight path you just go down the stairs twice, so that's once, and this is twice, and that puts us at the dock where we've first arrived here in Zandalar. And the Horde ship is just here. Oh, so we've got a campaign mission table there on the ship, and here is Nathanos.
Out with it. Get moving.
Oh, and by talking to him we get a Flight Master's whistle. Flight Master's whistle. Request to pick up to the nearest Flight Master. Only works in areas in which you've unlocked the use of the flight whistle. So there we go, we've got the flight whistle back again. Like we had in Legion, we've now got one for the Battle for Azeroth too. You're here! The war cache. First things first, remember, this is a war. We accomplish nothing by simply adding the Zandalari to our ranks. We eventually need to crush the Alliance. You and I will be leading operations in Kul'Tiras, but first we need resources. Gather 100 war resources. War resources can be obtained from many sources, including quests and treasure chests. So it's a good idea to pick this quest up quite early so that you can work on it as you're completing the questing around the zone. You've gathered enough war resources to begin the assault on Kul'Tiras. So there you go, it doesn't matter if you've got the quest or not, you can still be picking stuff up. So you should return to Nathanos Blightcaller to begin working with the Honour Bound. Yep, well we're stood next to him so we can turn that straight in. Nathanos looks over the gathered resources. This should do it. And that's put my Heart of Azeroth up to power level 4. Mission from the War Chief. Lady Sylvanas issued orders for Garona Half-Orcan to take on a task of great import. She will orchestrate missions from the Banshee's Whale and is to assemble a strong force to execute on our plans. This effort will be vital to our war against the Alliance, and your assistance will certainly be necessary. Walk with Garona Half-Orcan below decks on the Banshee's Whale. You will gain these followers: Arcanist of Valtoir, and you will also gain all resources.
We have assembled an elite group to execute the Dark Lady's orders. Overseeing this group is Garona Half-Orcan. She will orchestrate these missions with your help.
So we have Garona back again. Let's follow Garona.
Follow me.
Hello again, Garona. Oh, there's Gallywix. Ah, she's taken us to the mission table. So Garona's basically our mission table person for the followers. Our task is not to be taken lightly, Selket. You will gain Arcanist of Valtoir. War of Shadows. I have begun to assemble heroes for our cause. Perhaps you already know Arcanist of Valtoir. We will need to recruit more in the future, but this is a promising beginning. Our missions will be those of subterfuge, reconnaissance, assassination, and other focused strikes against our enemies. Let us test the mettle of this Nightborn, shall we? Send Arcanist Valtoir on a mission. So this is the beginning of our mission table. So we've got Arcanist Valtoir. And she's a mage. And she has combat specialization, trained to fight against all odds using any means necessary, and her abilities are Born to Command, increase the success chance of missions by 15% for each accompanying troop, and currently locked Arcane Barrage, increase the success chance of missions against melee troops by 30%. So again, it needs to get to rare quality to unlock this. And then we can get equipment slots later. We need to level her up to rare again. Right, so let's send her on a mission. They want us to send her on the Shadow Wall. Drag followers here to form a party. Our communications to Orgrimmar are being disrupted by Alliance forces in the area. Send Valtoire to clear out any resistance and open communication with the war back home, and it will take her 2 hours. So you want to get that started while you're still levelling, so that you've got progress on your war campaign while you're still levelling. Okay, and that is as far, I think, as we can go. Unless there's more. Oh yes, there is more. If we go back to Nathanos. The Kul'Tiras campaign. Our enemy spreads its influence throughout Kul'Tiras, recruiting new allies to fight against the Horde. We must establish footholds in these enemy lands if we are to win this war. The War Chief requires your assistance in securing outposts in Stormsong Valley, Drustvar and Tiragard Sand. There you go. Which location shall we secure first? Use the Kul'Tiras campaign map to choose a foothold.
For the dark,
and there you've got the choice of where you want to go.
Is everything in order?
Ah.
Yes, my lady. The
Nathanos.
Banshee's whale is prepared to depart at a moment's notice.
Good. Work with our champion to determine where we will secure a foothold first.
As you command, War Chief.
See it done. And dispatch reports of your progress to me.
We will not fail you. Safe journey, my lady.
No, so we can head out at 112. So you can choose to go and open up areas already, or you can continue to quest in the zone that you're in. Well, I'm going to continue in the zone that I'm in at the moment, because I'd like for us to finish off a zone. So we need to find our way to Habutu and Zolani. Did the quest tell us any way of how to get there, or do we just run? Let's have a look where the boat service goes, if it goes to where we need to go. Do you go where we want to go, mate?
What you want, Richmond?
Seekers Outpost to Zandalar Arena. Oh, I wonder where that is. Let's have a look where it takes us for that, shall we? We can have an explore. We might not be going where we want to go, or we might be, because there was a marker on the map here, look. War Headquarters, PvP, it says. So I would imagine that the boat's going to take us in that direction, in which case that's heading off in the same direction as where the quest reporting parallel is. It's sort of in the right direction. What have we got here? Oh, is this the boat bag? Zuldazar Harbour or Zibala.
Spirits be with you, man.
And that's Zibala there, so that's too far down. So let's get on a mount and look. So this looks like a PvP arena. Shall we investigate and see what we can see? Of course we shall, because that's what we've been doing the whole time we've been on the beta, investigating. So we've got a little bit of a extension of the city out here. And what do we have here? It's got the Horde War symbol, look, and says War Headquarters PvP. Horde Vanguard Spectator. War Effort Coordinator. And that's a Innkeeper. War Captain. Let's see what does he have to say. Tremblayne thinks she can outsmart us with her band of Alliance fools. Her arrogance will be her downfall. Oh, so is this the arena for... Is this a new arena then for... Ah. In that case, does that mean the Alliance have got people somewhere as well? So does that mean the Alliance have got a outpost as well? Profession liaison. Oh look, he's got recipes. So recipe honourable combatants plate boots for blacksmithing. So we've got more recipes here. And you get these from Marks of Honour. So we've got a load of recipes here that you get from Marks of Honour. So, there you go. Oh, that's a lot of recipes. Look at that. That's a lot. Jewel crafting, engineering, tailoring. So it looks like anyone that can make some sort of gear item can get leatherworking, can get recipes. Yeah, so it's all the making of armour professions. So tailoring, leatherworking, blacksmithing, engineering and jewel crafting all seem to have recipes.
May your blades never dull.
Oh, we've got a tortolin. Fresh water.
Have anything
So he
ancient
sells
to trade?
drinks. Let's
Needs to be at
dump a
least
few bits of
2
our drink.
centuries old. If you find anything exotic, bring it.
Weapons. I bet, weapons. That probably means he's got weird things. Yes, hello. Welcome to my store. Simon's selling stuff store. I sell... Simon glances down quickly. Weapons, all sorts of weapons, but they're all busy now. Maybe come back later after I've restocked. Okay. That's interesting. I wonder if he's going to actually have something later or if he's just a joke. Alright, so that is then a way to run back through into the city. Look, across there. That's just a bridge across back into the main city. Let's have a look up here, shall we? And this will lead us further on. Oh, there's a training dummy. Can we actually get inside the arena? Or is it just a staging post? I think it might just be a staging post. We can't actually walk inside the arena. But this looks like it's going to be a setup for something like that, doesn't it? Interesting. Okay, well let's head off to where the quest is, so that in the next episode we can actually go and do the next set of quests. But at least that shows you where the start of the war campaign is and where the PvP area at the side of the city is. What have we got here? We've got a water elemental. Okay, where's that then? Down. So there's some sort of cave near the water, I think, to get into for the rest. Is that down here? Hello, Sabertusk. What are you doing here? Okay, so where is this water elemental? I'm not sure where that's supposed to be, see? Is it in here? Shall we have an explore and see? Because we found the location of where we need to go for that first. Whoa. That's not... Oh! And I got myself killed. That's interesting.
Didn't get you very far.
I wasn't expecting to die, so I wasn't paying that much attention to what was going on, because I just didn't expect to die. Moral of the story there. Watch what you're doing and watch your health. Have a little peep inside the cave while we're dead and see what we can see. See if it's worth going in here. Is this... See, this look all looks like Avatar or Zuldazar. It is an actual puppy. So it's a puppy hidden in a cave. That's what that rare spawn is. I think the episode's gone on a little bit long actually anyway, so let's move on to where the quest giver is. And don't forget your buffs, remember. You get buffs back, don't forget them. So I think we want to be at the top of these stairs. Yes, here we go. So we've got a flight master here. So now we can fly back. And we are at the quest giver. So let's just turn that in. Things are worse than we thought. Much worse. And we will do the quests here in the next episode. Hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. From Softkey299, goodbye and happy gaming!